Did I say that right?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Okay. For the Chicago Hounds, Major League Rugby is a presenting sponsor of these boys' high school national championships. And Justice, you've been here just for a little bit, but you've seen some games. What did you think?
Thank you for having me firstly, Alex. I think that it's been a really nice day out, first and foremost. Lovely day for rugby. And I've been very impressed with the quality of rugby played out here on both fields. Very nice rugby going on here at high school level. I think that the future of rugby in the USA has got a lot of promise to it,
Well, we are here for the Tier 2 final. SOC Raptors in blue and Vienna in their traditional red and white quartered jerseys. SOC got to this final beating Raleigh Redhawks 38-22 in the quarterfinals on Thursday, and yesterday 29-19 against a very big and physical KC Junior Blues team as we get the ball kicked in the center. Vienna started their campaign with a 26-15 defeat of St. Thomas Aquinas. Kind of a tough game for them, and then 57-14 over Aspetuck yesterday in the semifinal to get themselves into this final. And we are going to get ready to kick off with Keegan Hannon of the Raptors. Sends it up high. Vienna under it. Does well to secure that kickoff. Vienna just working it through their little pattern. They're a very good quick strike team. Certainly looking to get it out of trouble here. Gonzalez passes it out, goes through Vagoon. Penalty against SOC Raptors, not rolling away. And we'll take our first kick to touch. Diego Gonzalez will boot it to touch.
Ooh, great touch finder.
So conservative start for Vienna, kicking to touch. Line out just inside the Raptors half. David Kendig going to be throwing in, one of the better hookers you'll find in high school rugby. That one just off the fingertips, gathered in by Donnelly, passed off there to Hartley, Caden Hartley, the lock for Raptors. And now the Raptors are going to work it quick off the line. Vienna's defense.
Great
and
bounce.
Here come the Raptors. Back to Hannon, just sort of juking his way out of trouble, and he's still going. A little bit of a sidestep, slipped on that grass. Beautiful grass fields here at Moose Rugby Grounds. And now with the big man, Braden Berry. Back out again. Oh, the little hitch step. Roman Lee into contact. And back out Hannon now, working it with Briggs. Pops it out to the left wing and empowering again this time, Clarence Cheney. Well tackled by Vienna. Going to go wide again. Hannon, the big pass out to Bauer. Bauer, he's fended off one. He gets around another, but he's finally tackled. Nice shoestring tackle there. And the slow ball for the Raptors, but they're quite happy to camp out inside the Vienna 22 and just pound it now. And Justice, what's the plan here when you've got this kind of ball?
You just got to try your best to slow it down.
Yep.
Get into shape, get into position nicely, get the forwards into position, and just keep it going. You want to draw them in, draw the defense in, and then bring it wide as soon as you get the opening.
Well, quick tap on that penalty. Stopped down by the line. The referee does blow it up.
That's some really nice rugby there. That's some really good rugby from the Raptors, though, Alex. I have to say, a few good carries from the number 8, Clarence Cheney. They're finding the gaps in the defensive line of Vienna, They're trying their best to get some good line speed, but creating a few holes because not everyone's showing the right line integrity. Very good start from both sides, I have to say, though. Excited for the next few minutes of this game.
Defensive scrum for Vienna. Just pops it out, looking for the kick. Kicking's been pretty good this weekend. That one is a pretty outstanding touch finder. Gets about 35 meters away from the try line. Justice, you'll probably take that any day.
I'll take that any day. A lot of pressure off of the defensive side, but obviously they still have to stay alive because the Raptors are coming back at them.
Here with Justice Nkumbwa from Chicago Hounds, Major League Rugby. Major League Rugby putting sponsorship support behind the Boys National High School Championships, as are the U.S. Rugby Foundation, Next Phase Rugby. Here we go out to Hannon now. Good win from the Raptors. Popping it off to Gutman. He's met pretty solidly in the defensive line. Good pop there. Ooh. Sanders, I think, had that one. The tight head prop. And back we come again, this time Hartley. Good carry. And circling around Hannon, pops it back inside. Ooh. Cheney. They're certainly running Cheney as a featured runner for them, but this time loses it forward.
You can already see early, Alex, that Clarence Cheney is their go-to man in terms of go forward. They do love a good carry here, don't they, the Raptors?
Got to hold on to that ball. It's going to be a scrum for Vienna. Vienna holding on right now, and that's a little bit of a characteristic of their game, is that they hold on, they're patient on defense. Diego Gonzalez now waiting for that ball. The ball's come out the Raptors side and just knocked forward. There's your turnover chance, and it doesn't quite go to hand.
So unfortunate for him. 2 knock-ons in a row now. Needs to get his head back into it.
So back again for another scrum for Vienna. Still 0-0 here in this Tier 2 national final. Vienna's been in this final before, have not come away with the hardware. Raptors, one of 3 Southern California teams here at Nationals. And the 8-man pick from Kat to Gonzalez, looking for Edmeades, and he just sort of wriggles his way out of trouble. Juggled the ball there. Vienna still has it. Cheney thinks he has it, and that's a clean poach from the number 8 for the Raptors. Dug out now by Flandreau. Hannon wasn't quite expecting that ball yet, but took it just fine. Passes it out to Will Briggs. Briggs passes it off to Chelsea. Chelsea's still running. Ooh. Back inside. And a little bit of champagne rugby. Some lovely interplay, and it's a try for the Raptors.
Lovely, lovely, lovely champagne rugby there from the Raptors. A little bit of magic there on the outer edges of the game. It's clear to see that the Vienna defense does intend to get off the line hard. They do want to show the right type of line speed, but just not showing the right pictures in terms of line integrity. And it's easy, cutting them up like a hot knife through butter are the Raptors. That is some brilliant rugby, champagne stuff, and just what you love to see as a rugby fan. You know what I mean?
It was a pretty one. We're getting Redmond Chelsea into that line, back inside. Jacob Bauer involved, and just sort of almost out of nothing. It really was kind of a nothing possession.
It really was.
And
a turnover from the number 8, Clarence Cheney again, really getting involved early on in this game. You love to see it, not waiting for the moment, but being the moment.
Keegan Hannon setting up this conversion attempt. And it is up, and it is good. 7-0 now. The Raptors take the lead. Patience, discipline, those are virtues for any team, but Vienna will need them. What they can't do is let emotion take over. and worry about, oh no, it's slipping away. It's just an early lead, early try for the Raptors.
That's true. And the Raptors just need a clean exit now, a clear exit. Get the ball to safety, you know, and focus on the next job.
Good deep kick. And bumbling around on the touchline, and it will go into touch. And the call will be, it'll go in off the Vienna kick, so it'll be a throw in for the Raptors. Colin Donnelly getting ready to throw that one. Lineout's been a bit dodgy this weekend. It is windy. And teams trying some sophisticated moves to try and make sure they win it. That was well won. Actually putting the center, Jacob Bauer, in to jump.
Very impressive.
Back inside the 22 now. Hannon puts boot to it. Bit of a wobbly one, but a good line drive into the wind. Fielded nicely by Gonzalez, the scrum half. Little weavy run. Goes back in where there are players to support him. It's won by Vienna now, just inside the Raptors half. Cut, the dummy and the carry. Now setting up their shape is Vienna. Looking to break through. That would be Andrew Evan. Big, strong runner. Almost got away. Just dragged down by his shirt tail. Another big carry. Rojas going in there. And this time, referee's whistle. I think that'll be maybe a no-wrap tackle. It's a tough one. Justice, you know, at the higher levels, you want to come in and make a hit, right?
Yeah,
you want to make a collision.
At any cost. But, you know, player safety is paramount at the end of the day. You got to put the player first. Good to see that no one's getting carded for it, but a lesson nonetheless.
So that's a penalty against the Raptors. Gonzalez will kick to touch. Got the scrum half doing the kicking here. Camden Erickson, their normal kicker, fly half. Captain broke his wrist at the Gonzaga Classic just about a month ago and has been done for the season. He's here. In fact, he refereed a JV game today. All smiles, but not there, and that's tough for Vienna. Little fake jump, well taken. Vienna sets up the maul, and the drive is on. Slow drive, and out it comes now. Through the back line. Evan popping it off. Gerber's there. Close to the line now. Vienna just dragged down. They're going for the poach. Was the steal there? No, it wasn't. It didn't release the tackle player. Hands in the ruck as the ruck is engaged. So that'll be a penalty against the Raptors. You get that poach, you have to get it almost instantly. Tap and go now from Vienna. A little bit of a battle down by that try line. Once again, they go for the big man. Driving over. It's a try. Nice reply from Vienna. Well taken. They took that opportunity with the penalties. And Justice, you got to make the penalties pay off, right?
You got to make them pay off. You know, you only get so much time camping in the opposition 22. So when you get there, you got to execute. You got to execute. That try started a few phases ago. Great maul set by Vienna. And great first phase launch by the backs. Very nicely done to break the line and get into a commanding position. And then the quick tap and the forwards just getting over, getting burly and aggressive, getting over, getting the points for Vienna, and they straight back into it.
Sending the big man, Mateo Rojas, over for the try. And that quick tap, we've seen quick taps kind of backfire sometimes. Up at the pro level, they don't really like them that much.
It's coming back. The quick tap is making a comeback.
Good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But you got to do it, right? You can't knock it on or something like that.
Exactly. You love it when it pays off. Love it when it pays off. Eh?
Yes.
Hates it when it doesn't.
And that kick is curled away a little bit. Wynn took that one. So we are at 7-5 here in this Tier 2 final.
Great game of rugby so far, Alex.
And fans, the U.S. Rugby Foundation, a non-profit organization, has for 6 decades supported the growth and development of youth rugby in the United States. The foundation accomplishes this by funding and promoting grassroots programs, college scholarships, coach and referee development, and health and safety. To show support or learn more, visit usrugbyfoundation.org. Good kick by Hannon. Fielded, returned with interest, and that is a big, kind of a wonky bounce.
Ooh.
And into touch. And interesting for a lot of players here is that, and Justice, I don't know what your experience is here, but a lot of these players play on artificial turf. And now here they are playing on these beautiful grass fields. The ball behaves differently, and they're a little bit surprised by how it bounces, how it rolls, things like that.
Do you want to know how I really feel about turf, Alex?
Do you have to like put tape all over your knees and elbows, right?
Basically, yes. If you don't want to be looking like half flesh, half bone after every training session. I have to say the fields out here in Elkhart are beautiful, luscious. Personally, I'd be an advocate to have all the MLR teams having fields like this, but that's just an opinion-based thing. And yes, obviously the bounce of the ball is a bit different. The boys might be trusting the grass a bit too much like they would the turf, but yeah, you get the real feel of the rugby ball out here on the grass, don't you?
Yeah, these are fields you want to take your shoes off in.
Yeah, you just want to lay down, center yourself again, you know what I mean? Lovely fields.
A little bit of a knock-on on that line out, and Raptors won't be happy with that. It'll be a scrum for Vienna. Vienna will take that all day. Now this is a good attacking opportunity, a good launching pad for them. Gonzalez looking at Ryan Vagoon, the fly half. Little connection between the two of them. Charlie Taylor lurking behind. Yep, and Taylor comes in the outside. Evan boots it.
Oh.
Ball bounces a little weirdly.
Oh.
Where is it? It's picked up by Taylor. Passed inside. And down. Is it down in goal? That was the question. Yes. Yes, it's a try. That inside pass made it all happen. And I'm not sure who that was who actually got the inside pass, to be honest. I think it was Drew Evan. But that was a smart little move to kick that ahead.
Very smart move. We're just talking about the bounce of the ball, Alex, and it paid off again. Great finish. Obviously, had to put the advantage to good use. They did have the penalty advantage. And just smart to, find the space, attack the space, and execute just to give Vienna the lead. Great luck, but you create your own luck, don't you?
You create your own luck.
Yes, sir.
And a nice little kick ahead and the chase, sending Taylor in with Edmeades to chase it. Diego Gonzalez asks if he can reset his ball on the kicking tee, and if it does fall off, he does have the option to go back and reset it if he asks the referee. However, he's still on the clock, and there is a maximum time you have to take the conversions, 90 seconds. Once again across the face of the goal, so it will stay 10-7 Vienna, but Vienna does have the lead. First time in this game, in this Tier 2 final, Boys High School National Championships. We have seen some dramatic games, some back and forth games. We saw Woodlands come back from 19 points down to win on day one. We saw that a pretty amazing 25-24 game between Granite Bay and Leighton Christian. You saw San Diego Mustangs win on the final play yesterday, and we saw Jesuit beat St. Ignatius on the final play as well. High kick from Hannon, well taken. Vienna consolidates. A little pop off, a little tips pass from Rojas. Good run from Kendig, not held, gets back up. Sets it back. Nice little pop back inside. A little more conservative than we have seen before from Vienna. But just changing the direction of attention for the defense. Gonzalez now sending it out wide, skipping by. And there's the breakthrough. Does he have support? The little dummy, Evan, looking for help. Doesn't need it. The sidestep gets around Chelsea, and he is in under the post, and that's your quick strike run from Vienna.
Andrew Evan. That's a moment of absolute brilliance here. You can't coach those. You cannot coach that. Started up in his own half, finished it off under the poles. That is absolutely brilliant from the number 12 of Vienna. Great identification of the space, attacking the line hard with intent, and just selling everyone else who was in his way. You love to see it.
He sensed it. It seems like he sensed it,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Great sense of awareness, Great understanding of what's going on around him. And a little bit selfish, as you need to be sometimes as a number 12. Great execution of what was going on in his head. You love to see it. As a coach, you should promote that.
And that came out of a period of phase play. Just really good work from the Vienna forwards to set that up. Gonzalez now in front of the post. Gets this one over. 17-7 now. An impressive lead suddenly for Vienna. They were down 7-5. And 2 quick tries, and we know that they can score quickly. So can the Raptors.
Massive responses needed from them right now, Alex. Big response.
You can hear head coach Sam McMillan from the Raptors just calling out calmly, "You guys are all right." Said you're just making basic mistakes. That is a great catch off the restart directly. Gives the Raptors something to work off. Sanders getting a forearm in to push away the defender. Slow ball coming out. Hannon now. Little dipsy doodle. Doesn't see anything, and he somehow gets that ball free. Picked up by Lee. Lee is tackled hard, but he places it back. Donnelly carries hard. Just not a lot of resource into that ruck from the Raptors. Still, it's going to be a penalty against Vienna. We're going to have a little, I don't know if we're going to have a chat or we're just stopping for an injured player. Possibly not rolling away or playing the ball on the ground on that one. And Colin Donnelly, a little bit slow to get up. Remember, this is the 3rd game in 3 days for many of these players. And it is a bit of a meat grinder. And you carrying just a cramp or something like that, it can get you at some inopportune moments. But Justice, what are you seeing just in terms of the overall level of play from these two teams?
I think it's very impressive from both sides. Defensively, I think that Vienna know what they want to get out of this. They want to smoke people. They want to get these guys on the ground as quickly as possible and maybe cause a bit of a nuisance at ruck time. And they're doing it quite well, obviously conceding the occasional penalty, but that comes at the price of getting into people's faces. Great enterprising rugby from both sides. You can see that Vienna are kind of okay with being a little bit more passive on attack and then hitting them with the moments of brilliance, as you did see from the number 12. But as said, great attacking rugby from both sides. I do think that the Raptors can get a little bit more up front, a little bit more physical. They'll allow them to get an edge into this game because Vienna are hissing. They really are hissing right now.
Interesting that Raptors are going for posts on this one. And this has been an ongoing theme this weekend, as it is every championship weekend. Most of these teams are not used to going for posts because they don't play a lot of games where it's really close.
Yeah.
And here, it doesn't matter how many tries you score. If you win 9-7, you win 9-7.
It's all about respecting the scoreboard, Alex.
You have to be prepared to call for it. So Keegan Hannon lines this one up about 36 meters away. It's up. It's a little bit to the left. Just snatched at it, as you might do. And that one misses. And we will get a 22 dropout from Vienna. Still really on the front foot, the Raptors. They'll receive this kick.
Ooh, smart play.
A short one.
Oh.
Again, and the interception. right out there, nabbed by Jacob Bauer. Bauer cut back inside where his support is. The ball comes out quickly from Flandreau. Closer to the line come the Raptors. Ball is a little bit slow. Flandreau stepping back, so I think we're going to see the forwards just bash it over. Teams have a few pet nicknames for this kind of short yardage thing. And it is over and held up. Let's see who got under that, and I think Rojas and Kendig getting under that ball. Not surprised to see them there. And now a goal line dropout. Gonzalez deciding he wants to go a different part of the line, which is his prerogative. Will they go short again? No, he's going to loft a big one. Deep, taken by Hannon. Perhaps the one guy you didn't want to send it to. Sends it off to Cheney, and Cheney, unfortunately, it bounces off his shoulder.
Cheney showing a lot of promise, Alex. He just needs to get his handling together. He is a pivotal player for the side, but he just needs to get that handling in order. A few opportunities where he had the opportunity to make a big carry, make a difference for the side. Is struggling out there with the carries, but still an influential player. You can see that he has the qualities to be a standout player for this Raptors side.
We often talk about catch it first, then worry about what's next.
Yeah. You know,
and he was thinking about the run
instead of the catch. That's so true. You know, first job, then next job.
Cott picks it up, takes it up straight, and forces two players to take him down. Gonzalez now with the box kick downfield. Nicely fielded by Jack Monroe. Monroe still inside his 22, looking for help. And he gets it in the ruck at least. Raptors starting that ruck just outside their 22. A little grubber ahead. Grubbering from your own 22. Well, okay. Bauer has it. Knocks it back. It's knocked forward. Certainly some enterprise there. Will Briggs involved in that one. Raptors. That's an interesting exit.
It's a very confident exit if you back me. It's all about backing your skill sets, and you can see that these Raptors players do indeed back their skill sets. It's just about the execution, which they were really unfortunate with there at the knock-on at the end there. Very nice. As a coach, I would promote that, you know, backing your skill sets.
Sure. Little grubber through to three outside backs, chase it down.
Hey, it's okay if it works, eh? It's all right if it works.
Well, it's a scrum to Vienna, but it's a scrum right at midfield, so really didn't hurt them too much.
Not too much.
Not a great pass out there, a little bit disrupted. Vagoon gets it out to his outside backs and looking to use Volta. Popped it inside to Vagoon.
It's not rolling.
Dug out, slow ball, very slow ball, and the drive over. Raptors player. That was Hannon, in fact, coming in. And he hits the deck over the ball, and he's penalized for that. And I think Vienna will once again go for that line out. Diego Gonzalez. Didn't scrum half for this team. I think in 3 years now he's really been manning that number 9 position. Seen him improve a great deal. His passing especially is very, very consistently accurate this year, and I think that has helped the team a lot. Kendig will throw in this line out now. Vienna tried to maul this last time. They didn't really get too far, but they did set themselves up nicely to score. And the maul doesn't have to be the one that scores. That one goes over the top. It's taken nicely. Raptors straight into those backs. Make them tackle you. Hannon now. Once again out to Briggs. Briggs with the fake. He's got Hannon with him. Dishes it inside. Hannon still going, juggling that ball. Somehow didn't quite drop it, and finally it goes down. Knock on. Well, that had so much promise.
That is a heartbreaking one. Great line break by Will Briggs. Beautiful footwork. Very deep in his own half just to create an opportunity there. Unlucky with the hands there from Keegan Hannon. Very unlucky. Big opportunity there for them. But good promise. They're in the 22 still. Enough pressure and they could still be on the front foot.
Once again, though, Raptors wanting to run out of their own end and quite happy to do so. Gonzalez out to Vagoon. The kick downfield. Briggs is under it. Back still moving the ball very impressively. Hartley. And a beautiful try. Sorry, I managed to disconnect my headset there for a second. And goes in. Caden Hartley. It was that run back, and then they just popped it inside to a lock forward who he's pretty quick.
He's pretty quick. He's pretty quick for a second rower. I can't lie to you. Again, beautiful work from Will Briggs. This Raptors side do not want to kick this ball out for anything. They will not play any kicking game. They'll run it back at you. They trust themselves. They trust their footwork. And it pays dividends this time around. Great work. Great offloading game from the Raptors as well, allowing them to get the 5 points. Hopefully they get this conversion over as well to bring the game back into the balance.
That gets them within a try. It's now 17-12 with the kick to come. Hannon with the wind a little bit behind him. Might be able to use that. It's not a very strong breeze, but might be able to use that to curve that ball in. And the ball is up and a little bit across the face of the goal. And we do have some time here in this first half. This is the Tier 2 final here at the Boys High School National Championships. Brought to you by Major League Rugby with support from the U.S. Rugby Foundation. And nearing the end of the first half, 17-12 now. Vienna leads. Very slow to get to midfield is Vienna. Maybe hoping that the time ticks away. High kick from Gonzalez. Well fielded. Goodman going into contact. Out we come with Donnelly. Not too many people out wide for the Raptors. A kick from Hannon. Not intended to go to touch. It's a high one. It's fielded right on the hop by Taylor. Taylor goes in, and a player kind of flipped over. I don't think that was a dump tackle so much as just sort of somersaulting over someone. We're going to have a chat. No, we're going to get a flip tackle, yellow card. The yellow card on the Raptors, and just wanted to see who that was. Yeah,
another case of respecting the scoreboard, Alex.
Jacob Bauer. In a way, a tough one to take. You want to hit low, but you can hit low in such a way the player just sort of flips over.
Yeah.
And then that's your fault.
It is. You got to protect the player. If you're making the tackle, you got to protect the player. In this case, he didn't, and he has to pay the price for it. So it's a big opportunity for Vienna to just, gain a bit of ascendancy while they've got a man extra on the field. But we'll see if they put that advantage to good use.
Immediately looking to take points from it, and not a problem. Gonzalez sends it through, and that will be halftime. In a few minutes, a few seconds, we'll take a break, but Justice, a quick summary of what you've seen.
I think it's been a pretty entertaining game from both sides. I do like the way that Vienna like to front up to the opposition. They want to get stuck in. They want to be up in your face and then look for the occasional opportunity to, strike. And with the Raptors playing from anywhere on the field, I love how confident they are with ball in hand. You can get them on the 5-meter line and they will still go and run at you. No need to clear the ball if you back your skill set. And I do believe that if they continue backing their skill set, playing in the right areas, playing with confidence, they might be able to get away with the results. But right now, it's Vienna in the front.
Brilliant. 20-12, Vienna leads. We will be back for the second half in just a few moments here at the Boys High School Rugby National Championships. We have switched out our analyst, and Sam Perry comes in from the Chicago Hounds. And Sam, we've got several members of the Chicago Hounds coming in to see the action today. Major League Rugby supporting this tournament. What's going on with the Hounds? How are things going?
Things are going well with the Hounds. We have a match today against Houston. The boys have been preparing all week, really training really hard, and looking to come out with a good result today.
Every team I talk to in every level, when I say what's special about the team, they say we're a family. It's the culture. It's our togetherness. What's that like with the guys in Chicago?
I mean, we have an incredible culture, team culture with the Chicago Hounds. The boys are real tight. We work hard together. We eat lunch together. We're hanging out together off the field, and it's really developed into something special that I'm really proud to be a part of. And just feel super blessed and fortunate that I'm able to be in a room with all those great guys.
Well, we're happy that you're here. Also, at this is part of the rugby family, right? This high school championship is something you guys have come in and been watching the games and talking to some players and coaches and things like that. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's amazing, man. It's great. As an American-born player, I grew up coming through the youth system, the high school system, and it's great to see that it's thriving like it is today.
Where did you play at high school?
Oh, I played for the La Miranda Rugby Football Club in California.
Yeah, Lamo.
Yeah,
Lamo. So,
that's right.
Northern California teams here doing very well. Although it's so funny, right? They're disappointed because they don't make the final. They're not playing for a championship. But Granite Bay still playing well. Danville's still playing well.
Oh, is Granite Bay out here in Danville?
Granite
they're playing today.
They are. I actually don't know. Hey, we got a break here as we've been talking.
Yeah.
Tomas Edmeades going down the left sideline into the try line, and again, what Vienna has done is scored kind of out of nowhere. It's just sort of a quick start, and there we are. Try for Vienna.
Lovely play by Vienna. Good go forward on the carries by the forwards, and they got the good result.
Yeah, powerful stuff. But yes, actually, I think right now we've got our. Right now, I think we've got Granite Bay maybe playing for third in the high school club. I see.
How good.
Green people over there. So that's what we have from Northern California. And here from Virginia, Vienna. This is, as they were talking to me, Kendall Erickson, the head coach, said he hopes third time is a charm. Twice they've been in this final and have come away on the losing side.
Oh, lovely
kick
by number 9.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Gonzalez had missed a couple from this side of the field going the other way, but here using the wind gets it over. And with these are 30-minute halves, Sam, because we need to leave time for overtime.
Yeah. And
there's a limit. You can't play a game longer than 70 minutes in under 19. So time management is huge, and score management. 25-12, 2-score game. That's big in what is a slightly shorter game.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how this game finishes up.
And off the kickoff, coming in.
Guys, Raptors! Come on! We're handing this over!
Raptors are going to need to make something happen here. This is a very important scrum.
It's interesting. They actually changed who they yellow carded. They had yellow carded Jacob Bauer, and on further reflection decided it was Tristan Goodman who was the one who made the tip tackle. Short-handed, SOC
Excellent
Raptors,
scrum
regardless, in the back line. Back around They go once again, going for Ed Mayades. Well tackled by Bauer. Gonzalez picks it up, but slow going. Quickly onto the ball were the Raptors.
This is a big opportunity for the Raptors to get some good meters carried on this. Looks like they're electing to tap. Giving it to their big boys. Big carry. Boom.
Colin Donnelly goes in. Lays it back. Vienna kind of slow getting out of the way. Hannon.
Short side.
Looking to try and send it wide. That's a substitute. Caden Anktel onto the field. And that ball may have gone forward. We'll just have a chat about that. It's another penalty. And we will stop for an injured player. And we were talking about this. 3 games in 3 days.
That's big.
Yeah, it's 180 minutes of rugby. Some players do all of it, and you try to manage your time. But as an athlete, it's tough.
Yeah, it's definitely a big challenge for these teams that have been playing all those minutes. It's going to be heavy on the legs, but it's really important that they dig through and show some determination and grit to get to that final whistle in the final.
You go through 2-a-days, things like that, and train. The recovery from all of that, especially if you're training in the heat. This kind of weather, it's not horrible, but it's warm. How important is that? Listening to advice on hydration and everything like that.
Absolutely, recovery is just as important as your performance on the field. It's really important to take care of your body. Consume good food, make sure you're stretching regularly, taking good care of your body. I like to do lots of ice baths and heat. I'm lucky to have access to a sauna. I have every player's really different on how they go about their recovery process, but I'm pretty straightforward. I like a cold, hot, stretch, consume good calories and stay hydrated.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when I go to these tournaments, I'm usually in the hotel with a team, and it's like, get down for breakfast early.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all going to be gone. But they are hungry. They are hungry. And we were talking to...
The boys need fuel,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They need to be fueled. I was talking to one of the people with one of the teams. They said they sent 2 people early who got the vans and picked up the players. So the players just show up. The vans are there. They get on the vans. There's a big box of subs that they've already ordered, food. They drive them to the hotel, do a little walkthrough, come back, and there's pizza waiting for them, right? It's just like, why? Because they're going to be hungry. But you also hear that's a West Coast team. You got to train them to go to bed at the right time.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
All that's important. Sleep's so crucial. Yeah. Sleep's something I prioritize highly as a professional rugby player. Getting good sleep.
Absolutely.
Let's see how this goes.
That kicks it does not make touch. Vienna quite happy to run it out.
Wow, great clear out by Vienna there. Setting up
Gonzalez.
that forward pod. Forward pod takes it up.
There's Kendig.
Good
taken down by his opposite number. The drive is over, but is the poach there? The poach is there. And, in fact, that was Will Sanders so quick over the ball. The penalty in front of the posts. And are they going to tap it? Yes, they'll tap it again.
Tapping it. Sending it wide.
To Donnelly. Hannon has it. Hannon on his own. Tries to offload. It's not there. Remember, Raptors still short-handed. Donnelly.
Great two-man tackle.
Powers through.
Vienna.
Quickly out to Berry. Front rowers getting involved for the Raptors. Once again, a penalty. Offside is Vienna. Hannon taps quickly.
Raptors
gets
just
to
want
Bauer.
to try.
Bauer cuts through. Bauer steamrolls over another tackler. Down to the line. Not quite there.
Probably going to see some pick and
Ruckman
goes
to pick
here.
up. Down to the line. Anybody
clear
clearing out. In comes Cheney. The pickup, and Cheney is over. Justice's favorite player, I think, was Clarence Cheney from the first half, and he gets a crucial try. Remember, SOC's short-handed, and they come over for that one. And we saw just maybe a little bit risky tapping it. What do you think?
I mean, I believe they're down a few tries. 3 points may not cut it, or I like the decision made by the players on the field. let's get 7. You know, why settle for 3 when we can get 7 when we're down? We need to make a comeback. It looks like they really took advantage of that previous penalty. You know, they got the result they wanted off of that. So that's really well done by the Raptors. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Kick is up, just nudge to the right. Hannon will want that one back. Bauer is their strike runner, and certainly they sought him out off that quick tap. So here we are, 25-17, yet another close one in this high school national championships. Brought to you by Major League Rugby and by the U.S. Rugby Foundation. Official sanctioning from USA Youth and High School. So this is the official national championships tournament. Well taken by Caden Hartley, scored a try today. And Vienna, who had gotten so much value out of that yellow card, now having a tough time getting the ball. Good charge ahead from Nate Van Buskirk, who just quietly wins rucks and makes tackles. The kick by Hannon to the sideline, and they'll allow that to roll through. And in comes the yellow card, comes back. Full strength for the Raptors. There'll be a line out to Vienna just inside the Raptors half. Vienna hasn't really seen much of the ball. They started with a try in this early parts of the second half.
It's a great line out.
There, and not the best pass and not the best catch. Knock on. And Sam, with that kind of platform, you want something to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. This is big. The Raptors they've got some momentum now. They just got a penalty awarded in their favor. This is a big scrum. This is an important phase here.
Put in by Flandro, Andy Flandro. Big drive from Vienna, and they had done well with their scrum yesterday. Out to Bauer. Defend. Flandro brings it out again, gets it to Hartley. Hartley, good carry from him. Hannon now sending it wide.
Oh.
And just a little miscommunication, knock on by Raptors. Players coming up in your face. It's a little bit different at this level. And when you had maybe a second and a half to do something, now you have half that. It's difficult.
Vienna did a real good job on defense there to put pressure on the Raptors, and they got a good result from it.
Put in by Diego Gonzalez. Sends it out to Vagoon. Quickly wide to Edmeades. Such a dangerous runner. Cuts behind a player. But it's going to be a penalty, diving right onto the ball when somebody's trying to contest like that. Tapped quickly again by Hannon. Cheney carries it up. Van Buskirk met just as he caught the ball, a little bit behind him, pushed backward. So Hannon now thinks about kicking it. Edmeades, well, somebody needed to call for that. And in fact, Bauer was the one who got it. And the penalty, in fact, is called offside against the Raptors on the kick. And that, Sam, those are killers, those penalties, offside on the kick.
Absolutely. It's real important that they try to do that as little as possible.
Yeah. You think you've made all that territory and then you have to go all the way back?
It's crushing, but it's really important just to focus on the next job.
Yep. Focus on the next job. And
that being this scrum right here.
Many of these teams have done very well at focusing on the next job. You know, you lose a game, you have to turn around, play again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
This one, both these teams have won their games, but they've had to be able to put aside little mistakes here and there. The scrum down again for Vienna. Really good position for them. Kot now picks it up. Gonzalez, Vagoon, he's got attackers with him. Taylor,
great ball movement.
Looking to work with Vocha. Back inside, just keeping the ball alive.
Those forwards are going to need to work hard to get in shape.
Good counter ruck from the Raptors, but maybe not a good counter ruck. Referee didn't like it. Not quite sure what the call was there, whether that was in from the side or just going to ground, but it will be a penalty for Vienna. And they tap and run. Rojas now going in. The pick and go. Once again, Vienna just inching their way closer.
The Raptors defense is being tested here.
And now, with the runner around the back, as everybody was sort of ruck watching, in we came with a nice little play off the ruck. And that is a try for Vienna right in under the posts.
Yeah, that was just a great hard carry by that player there. I'd like to get his name. He ran a really impressive line. He just attacked that line and broke through and got the try. Really well done on his part.
Actually, in the scrum cap. Several guys with scrum caps on this one. But you know how everyone camps out and says, okay, we're going to do the short yardage. We're just going to pick it, bam, bam, bam. And so to do that and then suddenly change it up, that's kind of nifty to do that.
Absolutely it is. It was really well done by Vienna there. They're keeping the pressure on the Raptors. They're not making it easy for them to come back. Raptors are going to have to dig deep here.
And the kick was good. And now we have...
Oh, it's a great kick. It's contestable.
29.
Wow. Excellent. 30. Excellent take by 12.
34 to Vienna.
It's a good carry. Some good positive meters there.
17 to SOC. It's a pretty commanding lead, but remember, this Raptors team can score tries pretty quickly. Good carry. Once again, Hartley. Cheney looking there, but Hannon has it. Bauer met by Edmeades. And not retreating back on your side, basically in from the side against the Raptors. A little bit of impatience, I think, from the Raptors now. They start to feel the urgency.
Yeah.
And then, you start committing penalties.
Absolutely. Well, that's what's really killing them right now is these penalties, because from what I'm seeing, they're doing really well to work their shape and, play that shape, but they're getting caught with some unlucky penalties.
Come on, Jet. Let's go, Jet. Make it happen, Jet. Let's go, Jet. There you go. Harley. Come on, David. Let's go, David.
Unlucky lineout from Vienna. This is a big opportunity for the Raptors to capitalize on that mistake.
scrum down midfield, slowing down. The game's kind of slowing down. Sam, that's not good news for the Raptors. I think they want to get something moving pretty quickly.
Absolutely. These next few moments are crucial for the Raptors. It's really going to dictate the end result. They need to make something happen right now.
Put in by Flandreau. Hannon sets up a move with Gutman.
Some good movements by the backs there. Hard carry by number 12, Jacob Bauer.
Bauer taking it up. And now the forward pod. Donnelly once again going. He doesn't have anybody with him. Breaks through one tackle. Tackled by the second or third player. And once again they go. This time with Kate Gilbert going into contact. He's met a little bit high. And the drive through. Cheney rescues that. Hannon to Monroe. Monroe pops it off to Vavrina. Once again, we go with Sanders.
It's a big penalty.
Good methodical stuff from the Raptors now. And the kick ahead, was he offside? Perhaps a little bit. And we're going to go back to the previous penalty. Everyone calling for the ball. Raptors know that time is not their friend. David Diaz coming in now for the Raptors.
They're kicking to touch here. We'd probably expect to see them all come off of this line out. It's going to test the forwards on both sides.
And you can see a couple of expressions of frustration from some of the players as they come off the field. And the Raptors knew they were really favored in this one. But I have to say, Vienna exceeded expectations.
Oh, yeah. This is a big line out here.
So Donnelly with the throw, the take.
Here comes
they
the
set
maul.
up the maul right from the 22-meter. It's going infield a little bit. Vienna a little bit scattered in their defense. And as a result, they got under that maul, I think. And it'll be a penalty dragging down that maul.
I like
no
this.
card,
I like this.
but
they're backing their forwards here. I like this.
Yeah.
They want to see the forwards push this ball in through the maul.
Going to the well once more. And Vienna has to be very careful here. They could get a card if they collapse that maul or illegally infringe that maul a second time. So Donnelly with the throw.
A little jumbled there.
Yeah, they went for the short one, and it comes back. Not five. Oh, not straight, in fact. No, I'm sorry. It is not five, and it's going to be a free kick to Vienna. And that's a mistake. You've got to be able to execute that line out.
Absolutely.
And Sam, how much do you practice lineouts?
Oh, we practice lineouts daily. It's such a set piece is so important to nail down for a team if you're expecting to get good results and win games.
Jack Monroe sending out to Tristan Gutman.
Great defense. Vienna's not making it easy for the Raptors.
It's a nice option to take the deep kick off that free kick. Connolly. Going in with Gilbert straight ahead. And now they're looking to go wide. Hannon, the chip. Nicely fielded. Gonzalez on the sidestep. Doesn't have anybody with him, so he just pops it off the deck. Kind of a smart move. Finally, the Vienna forwards are there. Box kick from Gonzalez. Nobody home. Fielded well by Bauer. Bauer now takes an outside line.
Here we go.
Nobody there to tackle him. Inside to Cheney. Cheney is all alone. Are they going to call that back for a forward pass that looked to Shade? Oh,
wow.
Forward, maybe. That was a tough one. That's a tough one to call back.
I agree. That was a huge scoring opportunity.
And remember, your hands direct the ball backwards. The ball may travel forward because of momentum.
Sure.
So it's a tough call.
It's also really important for that supporting defender, the supporting attacker, to make sure he's behind that player.
Yeah.
It's a high priority in that situation. All you got to do is just hold your feet, just kind of take your foot off the gas just ever so slightly to be able to get that ball onside.
That over-eagerness does creep into play.
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
I understand.
And Vagoon's trying to set up Evan with the crash forward. Rojas. And that's the fend to the face. A swinging fend to the face is frowned upon. That's a penalty. Raptors have it back. Cheney now. Nice little dish off to Vavrina. Vavrina straight into contact. Good carry from him. Raptors need to get their shape together. Donnelly in with a little bit of help.
That Colin Donnelly kid, man, he's been carrying real hard today.
A nice grubber through by Hannon. It's fielded well by Taylor. Somehow Vienna has gotten out of trouble there. The kick, it's a high kick. Who's got it? It's bouncing around. Vienna had it and then lost it. There's a run by Bauer. Bauer is in the open field. He breaks another tackle, but he left the ball behind him. And the ball was knocked loose. And just little skill breakdowns biting the Raptors as they had a couple of chances there that looked really good.
Yeah, they're doing real well. They're just getting unlucky with these little errors and little penalties. They're playing very competitively, though. They're just trying to string together. They just need to string together a few phases that could go for with no penalties.
Well, it remains 34-17. Big drive from Vienna on that scrum.
Yeah,
but remember, there's a limit to how far you can drive it. Only 1.5 meters in under 19. So sometimes you have to reset. And what that usually means is your timing has to be perfect. You drive somebody off the ball, you've got 1.5 meters to get it done.
Vienna's scrum's proven to be pretty dominant over the Raptors today. Raptors are hanging in there, though.
Andy Flandro puts it in. The ball, again, big drive, but this time Raptors are able to come away with it. Still a lot of work to do for South Orange County. Donnelly, once again, big carry from the hooker. Pick and go. Clarence Cheney scored 1 try today, looking for his second. Another pickup, this time by Cade Gilbert, who's been used a lot since he came on this second half. Another surge forward. Now the forwards are going to work. Oh, back inside. Hannon has a little bit of help on the outside. Cut back inside by Briggs. Briggs is just dragged down. Still right there, the Raptors. Cheney picks up and goes. Cheney's over. That's his second try. That's a crucial one for the Raptors. 34-22 now. It makes it within 2 converted tries now. That's a huge score for SOC.
Cheney's really standing out to me. He's been all over the field all day. He's getting good carries. He's scoring tries. He's keeping them in it. He's one of the players that's keeping them in it.
And we do have injury, and I think actually, no, it's not Cheney. Cheney was a bit slow to get up. Maybe he was just reveling in his try scoring. Depth is a massive part of this game.
As
We see Matthew Vota coming. I think it was actually Vota who scored that try on that little wraparound move. But depth is so important. You lose players, and your bench becomes smaller and smaller. Vienna has actually a large bench, and the way it works in this tournament is for the championship games, you don't have to declare an 8 subs. You can have anybody you bring available. You can only use 8 subs.
Okay.
Have everybody available. Once we go to the consolation games, if both teams agree, then they can do open subs, and often they choose to do that just to get everybody in and everybody who's made the trip play.
Yeah.
So here we have a team with 12, 13 players named as subs. They're not going to use all of them. It just depends on where they are in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. What that allows is, let's say on the first day you're winning by 40 points. You can put on a bunch of freshmen, give them a taste of it, and not worry about it. And then again, as the kick goes up and is good, beautifully done.
Wow.
Hannon will take that. Very happy with that one.
Let's go, Raptors!
And that makes this a 10-point ball game, 34-24.
I mean, it's close. It's close. Yeah. The Raptors, they're stringing together. They're hanging in there. They just need a few more things to go right for them, and they're just as in this as Vienna is, ahead. Ball possession is huge here.
And will they go short or will they go long? It's a medium kick. It's high in the air and lost forward by the Raptors. Vienna comes away with it. As you said, Sam, possession's so important.
Yeah.
Right off that restart. And the dummy and through, and he is through right there. What an answer by Vienna. A massive little fakearoo as everybody again was looking for the shape set up and the pods were there. Not your regular scrum half, your halfback's not there, so what is he going to do? Just a little bit of a dummy to the right. And in for the try.
Yeah, the Raptors defense was just a bit too spread off of that ruck, that breakdown.
Beautifully done by Aiden Gerber, the outside
well exploited
center.
By that player. He exploited a big gap in their defense. That's good rugby.
And the kick is good. And suddenly Vienna 41-24. Really showing their mettle this year, in fact.
Yeah, Vienna's really playing some smart rugby right now.
Hannon kicks it deep. Gonzalez is under it, settles down, hoofs it to downfield. Not to touch. Hannon sends it out to Monroe. Monroe takes a bit of an angle to the outside, and it'll be an intentional knock-on penalty and tapped quickly by the Raptors. Once again, moving it back to the side. Vienna looking to make another interception. I'm not quite sure why that's important to them at this moment when they're up by 17, but a penalty offside, not 10 on that first tap penalty. And tap, they do again. Donnelly again breaks the tackle. He's met well by Kendig. Cheney right through. One man to beat. Can he do it? Well, he's just sort of tripped up, but he's not held. He gets back up.
Great
offloads. Try.
Wow.
Just like that. What an offload.
Just like that. That Cheney player's good, man. They've got some very good players on the Raptors. I'm very impressed by their quality of play on both sides, to be fair.
Well, he seemed to be wrapped up by a couple of players and still managed to slip that ball out. And I think I've just got a glimpse of the number there, and whether that was Sam Stidham, that might have been number 19. But that's also what you want, somebody to come off the bench and work hard in support and make a play. And just like that, back to 41-31. Hannon just dancing around players. Still going. Oh, just one to beat. Passes it inside Van Buskirk. He's dragged down. Flips it back to Hannon. What brilliant play. Just like that. We talked about the Raptors being able to score from nowhere. Now it's 41-36.
The boys are lighting up on the Raptors. They're staying in this fight. It's really impressive to watch. Their playmakers are making plays. That's what they need. Holding on to the ball, exploiting opportunities.
Brilliant run from Hannon, and then to stick with it and get that return pass.
That's just great rugby. Oh.
And that, however, will be it. Vienna has held on 41-36. A very meaningful victory for Vienna. Worked their way through a number of injuries this season, including to their captain, and disappointment for the SOC Raptors. But what a game!
What a game. You know, congratulations to Vienna. That's huge for them. Unbelievable victory on their part. Raptors, they stayed in that fight the entire time. They're obviously going to be a little upset, but I think they should walk off this field with their heads held up high. All they need to do is fix a few mistakes, or they just kept making little mistakes that were really ended up being costly. But overall, really impressed by both teams there. Congratulations to Vienna.
Well, everyone, also want to thank U.S. Rugby Foundation Clubhouse. It was created to allow members to select annual giving and receive some rugby-related benefits in return by joining the clubhouse. You will play a crucial role in the growth and enhancement of grant programs across the country. To join the clubhouse, visit usrugbyfoundation.org. Thank you for their support. Thank you to Major League Rugby and the Chicago Hounds. And Sam, thank you so much for being on this game with us. It was really great to have you.
My pleasure. Thank you.